All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to Game 3 in the finals of the Game Replays Open Season Number 1, Tournament A, between AKI and Edtjuh. Lictor Alpha. So AKI has got to make some choices here. By the way, I'm Harlequin here with 5-star General. What are you thinking about this Lictor Alpha thing?
Well, really quickly, I'm going to say that the match is currently 2-0 in favor of Edtjuh, so I just want to get that out of the way. The series,
yeah, Game 3 best of 5, and Edtjuh is potentially going to win it with this. This could be it. Yeah,
so the series and the tournament is on the line here for AKI. So but I make of this, he's going dual Termagant Brood again, but we're gonna see a lot of flesh hook, tons of flesh hook. It's gonna allow AKI to get much better control over the Warp Spider Exarch. Just kind of whenever the Warp Spider is being annoying, AKI can just go lol, I'ma just flesh hook you and exactly yank you where I want you to go. And also, he can go ahead and bleed Edtjuh basically at will of models. Flesh Hook will one-shot most models for Eldar. So, Edtjuh may actually be switching up his build order here. We're seeing that Edtjuh is not getting that second Guardian. Instead, he's getting...
power. Maybe going for fast Shuriken, perhaps?
Yeah, or Ranger, possibly.
Rangers?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, I guess Rangers makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, if he knows about the Lictor Alpha, which by now he definitely does. He sees this decap going off here, and he's moving his Guardians to deal with it.
Yep.
So he definitely knows about it by now, but I don't know if he knew about it in the beginning. Nonetheless, if he did, then he may be doing something more anti-Lictor oriented. Nonetheless, though, this may be successful for AKI, just forcing Edtjuh to shift away from that build order that had worked so well for Edtjuh the past 2 games.
Well, that certainly sounds like that could be an upset. Over here on the right-hand side, we do have the Howling Banshees capping away at this victory point, doing what they do best. Termagants have already been upgraded to have Toxin Sacks, and there we have that Crippling Poison once again on the Howling Banshees, being kind of rendered a little bit helpless here. Looks like they're going to tough it out, though. Just wait for it to wear off, continue to put some pressure on those Termagants.
We do have Rangers coming out, by the way, for Edtjuh. And by the way, a little bit of ring around the rosy with the Lictor Alpha and Guardians.
We've seen any flesh hooks out of him just yet. Does not look like it. He's got pretty full mana. But he is getting ripped up by this Warp Spider Exarch there. He's going to watch out. There goes the flesh hooks.
He's retreat.
And he's retreating
he's
all the way back home.
Still very low, though. If this Warp Spider Exarch jumps in his retreat path, he could get him. But Termagants are there, maybe going to be able to stop.
No, he blinks it.
He's going to go for it. Focus him. He's got to time up melee, time up melee, time up melee. That's what he's doing.
Oh, and there it goes.
Good job with the Termagants tying up the Warp Spider in melee to prevent Edtjuh from finishing off the Warp Spider. Not the Warp Spider, to the Lictor Alpha. Excellent job there. Excellent job by AKI. You have a dual Ranger build though coming out here from Edtjuh.
So double Rangers, definitely going to be trying to pick off, bleed out his opponent this time. Does not want to get overwhelmed as much as he did last game there. Already we can see just snipe, taking out a model every shot. Practically all of these early game turned-in units lose a model per Ranger shot.
Yep, and we are seeing, though, the Warp Spider Exarch being forced off the field by the Hormigons and the Termagants. So we're going to go ahead and decapture a fully mature Requisition node. Very nice there. Termagants trying to decapture a Requisition node on the right side as well. So actually, at the moment, if AKI is successful with this, he will leave Edtjuh with no fully mature Requisition nodes.
Got double sniping going on here on the right there, just inflicting lots of casualties, down to 5 for the Termagants right there, taking 3 casualties just during that decap attempt. 4 more. Oh, God, taking so many casualties.
He can't tank this. He's got to get out. He's got to get out. He can't tank any more of this.
Maybe one more shot from this first squad. Oh, and he's just going to stay there. He knows it's happening. But, oh, man, taking 5 casualties right there. Flesh hooks on the Howling Banshees right there as well.
He's just going to go ahead and, you know, that's 40 Requisition per pop for our good friend Edtjuh over here.
So we see
he will go ahead.
Yep, sorry, keep going.
How about Aspect of the Banshee just finished, so he's going to be a little more effective in melee combat here. He's also got the Whale to use on these Termagants if they're able to get to... Grenade! 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 They go back! Oh, they go forward!
Nice!
One model only!
Still lost a model, but considering he's manipulating around 8 models right there, not bad at all.
Yeah, it's very... You can see it took him about 2-3 clicks there to really get the Termagants going. Well, actually, it's probably much more than that. I know I clicked. I'll be like, move, even though I only probably need to click once or twice. But nonetheless, though, you can see, so, oh, I got to move this way, no, that way, this way. It's like that game Centipede. You know, you keep, and the more pieces you pick up, the bigger your tail. The bigger your tail, the more chance that you're going to run right into your tail. So these Termagants here trying to capture this victory point. They're getting bled pretty dry. And Raveners are looking around here, looking if they can do anything. They are Devour, so they're going to go ahead and just try to maybe snipe some models off these Guardians. But there are Banshees right around the corner. They don't want to engage those Banshees. They're running back away from the Banshees. Banshees slowly catch up to the Banshees.
Oh, nice knockback by the Rangers. And now we're going to see the
Banshees right on top of them. That's going to be one Ravener model down. And they're still chasing. They're getting out. Looks like they should be able to get out without any more losses. But one Ravener loss is already one too many for Aki. Those things are expensive to replace.
Beautiful use of the knockback by that Rangers there. They were just trying to get within range. I bet he had the timing in his head. He thought, okay, as soon as they get up there and scream, I'm just going to retreat. And before the scream could happen, Rangers knocking him back into range. Ooh, good use there once again of the flush hooks, picking off those Banshees.
Yeah, we are seeing now that the nice thing about aspects of the Banshee here is that it does raise into a bit of a critical threshold, which is rather specifically that the Banshees are able to eat a flush hook. Oh my gosh! We have a Ravener squad now, a Ravener brood here. It was trying to reinforce completely here. It did not finish reinforcing before it went back out, so it's only 2 out of 3 models. And then the Rangers picked off one of the other models on it and forced it back as it's 1 out of 3. Cannot stay out there with with only 1 model against 2 Rangers. So Edtjuh slowly reclaiming map control here, but Aki has the resource advantage. Edtjuh was thinking about going ahead with a Shuriken platform there, canceled it. That's just a little bit too much tier 1 here for Edtjuh. I think that had he done that, Aki would really be able to go here and just kind of start taking control of this game. Like we kind of saw Guru Skippy against Choco Bambas, a similar sort of thing there, even though 2 completely different races. Or, well, I mean, 1 completely different race and different players, stuff like that. But just that kind of tier 2 rolling that starts getting into gear there.
Speaking of getting into gear, we've got the Rangers getting into pathfinding gear as well. Sorry.
Yes,
sorry. And then I was just like, oh, gear, get it? I hate cheap puns. No, I'm just kidding. I love stupid puns. Anyhow, once again, flesh hooks ripping away those Howling Banshees. Like you said, they can survive that first shot. He only needs to hit them again right afterwards, more or less. But pretty good stuff there. Cloaking Rangers now setting up in the middle of the field. Oh, sniping down another Ravener brood. That is expensive. And I think these Termagants are going to come and try and take a look, but not before they take a ton of casualties.
They're going to find them here, so these Rangers are going to have to back off now. But yeah, actually, I was kind of surprised when you pointed out that Edtjuh had delayed so long before getting Pathfinder. It may have had something to do with possibly having wanted the Shuriken Cannon platform, and then deciding against that, he decided to go ahead and get Pathfinder a little sooner. Nonetheless, these Termagants engaging, backing off slowly there. Just kind of eating up the Rangers' time so they're not sniping other things so that Aki can go ahead and push back out on the map. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here in Tier 2. He has arrived there first. Edtjuh actually would love to go Tier 2 right now, but he actually doesn't have enough requisition. He's been bled dry of that right now.
Yeah, a lot of really effective sniping. Oh, once again, knocking over that Lictor Alpha. Lictor Alpha, by the way, getting deadly jump. That'll help him out a little bit. We do have the Hormagaunts kind of stabbing around in the middle right now. They're just going to retreat on out of there.
I thought those Guardians
were in prime position here, but I think that was just a little... He just coincidentally happened not to be looking there at that time, but they sped right on by to cap that victory point instead.
Yeah, these Termagants up in the top right have got to get out of here. This Warspider Exarch is actually just going to go ahead and capture the point as opposed to pursuing them. Had he pursued them, he might have been able to take them out.
Yeah, I kind of think so.
Yeah, but unfortunately that is not in the cards here. We do see Spore Mines out. Where are they? Oh, Spore Mines were called in already. So, did those...
looks like they did something. Who's retreating back home? Howling Banshees, they seem full. Maybe they just ran out of there. I don't know.
Ooh, deadly jump right on top of the Rangers here, and they're going to go ahead and retreat. Is there a follow-up flush hook here that...
Lictor Alpha deadly jumped and then did no... Oh, there it is. Okay, a little delay there, and he got a single model.
I think he was trying to pull it off because you watched that. You looked at the Lictor Alpha. He's just kind of sitting there, like, really stupid and dumb, and, like...
Yeah.
Usually the AI would be like, yo dog, we should be attacking something.
Yeah, he
like,
would
there's
pick
something
a target
right next to us. So a lot of times Flesh Hook will bug out. And I think that was one of the ways that Flesh Hook bugs out, where it will just not do it for a while or something, and he'll just stand there in the meantime while he's waiting to do the Flesh Hook.
Hormagaunts taking some nice casualties over in the left-hand side, got suppressed a little bit by that Banshee Scream, chopped up, and then they retreated. By the way, the colors on the victory points are reversed. Just be wary that Aki, the blue player, is showing up as the red victory points at the top of the screen. And so it is 407 points right now to Aki and 330 for Edtjuh.
And in the meantime,
Autark being called in on top of all of the Tyranid forces, and they definitely maneuver out of the way, though. That's pretty good.
Actually hits Guardians, man. Seeing Eldar players do this, I don't know what it is. Why do they have so many issues with hitting their own units?
That Autark, though, jumping around, landing right on top of her own troops, giving a nice little buff there, and now getting back into combat.
Barely going to get out of there.
Man,
These dual Raveners are doing a number on them. By the way,
here,
a Ravener did come out somewhere.
And a grenade.
This grenade is actually going to go right on the Autark. What is this?
And we did see, a deadly leap going off, and will we see anything else? No, he already used the flesh hooks once, but he is definitely pursuing. This Lictor Alpha here is just kind of pursuing away at these wounded troops. He's suppressed now, going to have to get out of there. But yeah, that was kind of a, goofy grenade, goofy Autark call in there. But it's okay. Edtjuh's just done plenty of great call-ins and grenade throws earlier in this series.
Yeah. He's up for it. It's just we've seen so much of that from Eldar players this whole tournament, actually, of kind of screwing up some grenade tosses, screwing up some Autark call-ins. To the point where they just kind of go in and fail.
It looks like Aki's Hormagaunts over here on the right, and the double Raveners are just kind of taking control over this victory point, scaring away these Rangers. The Rangers just kind of go hiding out in the sand dunes, and you and I were talking about the
there goes the Ranger squad.
Oh,
the Raveners just let loose with that.
Never
Rangers
mind.
exposed themselves a little too close to the Ravener broods, and in the process of exposing themselves through firing, they just get massacred there.
Unfortunately, I was talking about the fact that you and I were mentioning how there are like those deep sand dune parts kind of off on the right, and I was way off into deep sand dune territory when that happened. So I showed up just in time to see a dead Ranger on the ground. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, but those double Raveners right now doing a lot of damage out there. Oh man, that's expensive. Nice looking pounce here from the Autark, now jumping on top of all these Termagants. Doing some pretty good damage, although we do have that slowing poison up on the Howling Banshees for the time being.
Actually, we got also on the Autark as well. So
double.
They come in here, and they're going to go ahead and burrow strike out of this. Where are they burrow striking two? Right on top of the Autark.
Right on top.
But they're still focus firing the Banshees as best they can here. A lot of range damage on those Banshees. But now everything, I think, is going to retreat here. Watch out for the grenade. They don't have 60 energy, though. This is just a... I don't quite know what to call it, but there's no teeth in that threat there.
Yeah, a bit of a bluff there, but we do have the flesh hooks, and then the deadly jump. Once again, this Lictor Alpha continuing to pay the bills in terms of ripping apart little Eldar units here. Gonna have a nice little stabby stab fight here with the Autark. Both of them brandishing some rather pointy weapons at each other, point blank. But it looks like the Autark is winning that battle with her Executioner for the most part.